Good morning, respected sir, ma'am, and all the delegates present here for the virtual MOSCON 2020. I'm Dr. Akanksha Bele, second year postgraduate student in Department of Ophthalmology at Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College. Today, I'm going to present a rare case of a young male with idiopathic intracranial hypertension with thrombocytosis, which was guided by Dr. Mona. A 28 years old mesomorphic male patient presented to neurology OPD with the chief complaints of persistent headache for 2 years, peripheral visual loss, and history of occasional blindness for 4 months, which was progressive in nature. Patient presented to us with visual acuity of 612 in right eye, 6:9 in left eye, and normal color vision with peripheral visual field loss on perimetry, with bilateral established papilledema. His hemoglobin was 15.2 gram per deciliter, WBC was 10,300 cells per cubic mm, and platelet count was 6.47 lakhs per mm. 3 months old ophthalmological findings showed visual acuity of 6.6 in both eyes. Color vision was normal. There was no evidence of ophthalmoplegia or abnormal pupillary light reflex. And on fundus examination, there was evidence of papilledema in both the eyes. Perimetry showed enlarged blind spots in both the eyes. Rest clinical examination was unremarkable, and hence patient was referred to neurologist, where he was advised MRI plus MRV brain, which was suggestive of minimal fluid in bilateral mastoid air cells. 2 months old photograph showed bilateral disc edema. Complete hemogram showed 15.6 gram per deciliters of hemoglobin, 8,000 cells per cubic mm of WBC, and platelet count was 6.85 lakhs per cubic mm. Patient underwent 3 lumbar puncture at interval of approximately 15 days with persistent opening pressure of more than 300 mm of water. CSF analysis was within normal limit, and thus patient was started on tablet acetazolamide 250 mg thrice a day and tablet omnacortin once a day. At the time of presentation at our hospital, patient complained of progressive visual field loss. Hence, surgical intervention was done in the form of bilateral optic nerve fenestration. Repeat hemogram post-surgery showed raised WBC and platelet, which were 18,800 cells per cubic mm and 8.54 lakhs per cubic mm respectively. Patient became stable with complaint of headache or visual field obscurations. Patient was discharged on tablet acetazolamide 250 mg twice a day and tablet Nextrom 250 mg SOS. 2 months later, program VP shunt was done as patient started complaining of headache and decreased peripheral vision. Even after program VP shunt, patient had persistent progressive visual loss. 1 month after VP shunt, vision in right eye was confined to hand movement close to face, and that of left eye was finger counting at 3 meters. Also, he had lost color perception, which was confirmed on Ishihara chart. OCT and fundus examination had evidence of bilateral optic atrophy, hence no further evaluation was. These are the images showing bilateral established edema. Here are the perimetry report with evidence of progressively enlarged blind spots in the eyes. Coming to discussion. Patient presented with headache which was initially misdiagnosed and treated as migraine. But after arrival of visual symptoms as peripheral visual field loss, the diagnosis of idiopathic intracranial hypertension was done by ophthalmologists. It was also observed that he had persistently marked thrombocytosis without any signs of inflammatory disease, chronic infection, or bleeding disorder, which was overlooked earlier. IH typically occurs in overweight women. It rarely occurs in men. An epidemiological study conducted in the United States estimated that women are 8 times likely to be affected by IH than men. The patient usually presents with complaints of raised intracranial tension. The presentation is usually similar in males and females, but it is found that men are 2 times more likely than women to have severe visual loss. The aim of treatment is to prevent vision loss, reduce intracranial pressure, and alleviate the symptoms. A case report published by Palang Singh Dr. et al. Of a young male with idiopathic intracranial hypertension with essential thrombocytosis stated that after the treatment for essential thrombocytosis, there was significant clinical improvement with full resolution of headache and visual field. Hence, if this patient was treated for same earlier, there is a possibility that we could have saved patient. In conclusion, although idiopathic intracranial hypertension is comparatively less common in men, men are more likely to develop vision loss. which is typically severe and it is less likely to respond to medical line of management. Surgical intervention might be considered early in the treatment of men to prevent rapidly progressive visual loss. Such cases must be carefully studied, as in this patient, raised platelet count was overlooked, which may have led to current condition of the patient, which, if managed at earlier stage, could have saved patient's vision. Hence, further studies are required to evaluate the role of early surgical intervention in comparison to medical treatment in male patients. These are the references I used to make this case. Thank you.